Fellow comrades, good morning. I believe you would agree with me that when we make decisions on what to do today or plans of what to do tomorrow, these are based on our expectations of what lies ahead or what is to come and the means at our disposal to achieve those objectives. I would like for us to take a look at where we are at this point in time with regards to the struggle for the liberation of the southern Cameroons and Ambazonia. I think our plans and expectations should not only focus on what has happened in the past, but should be guided by what lies ahead and the possibilities and difficulties and challenges that we may anticipate. Given the hard-heartedness of La République du Cameroon leaders and their unwillingness to listen or to accommodate other ideas on how we ought to coexist, given the corruption, the wickedness that we have experienced during this time of our cohabitation with that country. The question is this: are we hopeful that their behavior will change tomorrow for the better? Do we see any possibilities that if left alone, La République du Cameroon's government will ever change from the way they have treated us this far? Because if we do not expect that there will be any change, and we understand that the future is bleak, which can be likened to someone sitting in a boat going downstream or downriver, and you are told that there is a waterfall downstream. I think it will be a responsible thing for you to do to turn your boat or ship around, or failure to do that, dock it, failure to do that, try to get out before that ship encounters the waterfall downstream. Because we know what lies ahead. There is no way. I don't think anybody can tell me that looking at the way that country has been run and continues to be run, and those wielding power in that country have any willingness of changing from their behavior anytime soon. And even with the wind of change that is blowing through Africa, there is no sign at all that such a thing is about to happen in La République du Cameroon, or has the possibility of happening. If we know this to be true, and knowing that we only have one option and one option only, and that is to disentangle ourselves from that boat that is, or ship that is about to meet the waterfall downstream. Because there is no, when I look at La République du Cameroon and the way it is run, I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. There is no hope. The hopelessness that I see in that country, there is no other country on the African continent that can be compared to it. especially when their citizens seem so hypnotized. If at this point in time we still see people mobilizing and calling for Paul Biya at 93 years old to run for another term as president, there is nothing you can do to help those people. There is nothing you can do to help them to see or to understand their predicament. The only responsible thing for us to do is to get out of that situation. And by getting out of that situation means Ambazonia must disentangle itself from La République du Cameroon. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because some of us, for whatever reason, and I know we have plenty of reasons, have decided to sit back and observe, like spectators, the struggle for the liberation of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. We have assumed that our own personal contributions do not matter, which is a false conclusion, of course. Because when we sit and we talk about Captain Traoré, everybody's talking about Captain Traoré right now. But that is one person, one individual. It takes just one individual, just that spark, one determined, focused, unrelenting individual who is willing to do the right thing to change a whole situation. Captain Traoré right now is not only being exalted by the people of Burkina Faso. There are people not just within the African continent who are talking and praising him and looking at him as a light that is going to shine and liberate the rest of Africa. The other brothers, and when I talk of brothers, I mean like blacks all over the world, be it in Jamaica, be it in Haiti, be it in the USA, be it in London, wherever, are looking at that man now with pride and hope and expectations. But he's just one person. That's just one person. And that is what it takes. So while you may sit back and subject yourself to regret and disillusionment, but you fail to understand that you may be that spark that is needed to get this struggle to where it needs to go. Your ideas matter, your suggestions matter, your arguments matter, your debates matter. And that is why I'm making this statement here, that there is the need for us to re-engage, to recommit. Because, as I said, our future with La République du Cameroon is bleak. And sometimes I feel very disappointed with those of us from our homeland who have found the opportunity of coming out here to the diaspora and are benefiting from the sacrifices that others made to make our various locations what they are. People suffered, people were brutalized, many died to make these places what they are for us to enjoy. And sometimes we feel so greedy that we don't even have the moral discernment to return the favor even to our own very homeland. That just because you have somewhere to stay now, to stay peacefully, you have a quiet place to stay, you have a job, you can eat, you can educate yourself and your children, you think everything is okay. There's something about paying back. There's a certain satisfaction that comes from knowing that you have done something to improve someone else's circumstance. especially someone who may not have the ability to even pay you back. There's a certain satisfaction that comes from it that no money can ever give you. And that is why I'm calling on our moral conscience to make sure we do the right thing by supporting the cause for the liberation of the Southern Cameroons and Ambazonia. We are not going to do it because things have been done perfectly. We are going to do it because it is the right thing and that we have a role to play to make sure that those things are done perfectly. Because when you are hands off, you therefore cannot come in or stand out there and criticize others who are doing their best, even with mistakes. You need to get involved, get your hands in the mix, and try to make sure that things are done right. I think that's the responsible thing to do. So I hope that we really consider this and see what's going on in other parts of Africa. This is the moment where we can use this momentum, this wave of freedom that is blowing through, and ride it as well to liberate ourselves and our people from eternal misery and suffering. I thank you for listening, and I hope you abide.